Therefore whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And every one that heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. Just as in this parable, common sense tells us if our house has a solid foundation, in a storm with wind and rain, it's going to stand. However, if our house is built upon the sand, when the rain and wind come, not only will the house fall, but Scripture states great will be the fall of it. We are speaking here of our spiritual houses, our relationship with our Creator. It only takes a minute or two of scanning the world headlines each day to see that there are very many ominous events occurring, one right after the other. The frequency of all these things spoken of by Scripture can make your head spin. We are a society obsessed with instant gratification, and expect nothing less. If we need something, whether it be food, gas, money, transportation, we expect to have it provided very quickly, without having to search or wait for any of it. We rely on a system of convenience that teaches us to have a dependency on a house of sand, instead of a house of rock. It is a man-made system. So many do not realize how very quickly this dependency can cause panic, how fear when any or all of it is withdrawn. Yeshua speaks in his word of a time when all things that are not of his kingdom will fall. This is not an opinion he gives us, of something that may happen. It is a declaration, an imperative and a promise of what will happen in the last days. We do not know of course when those winds or those rains will batter our house in a great storm, but we are assured that the storm will come. Indeed, I feel it is here. So where is the foundation of your house sitting right now as you read this? If at any moment, all of your conveniences and dependencies are stripped from you, what will be your response? Will you panic and run to the first offer of immediate gratification for your flesh, to achieve a temporary fix? Or will you run to the one who has promised to be your only source of provision? Only you know what you will do. God bless you in this day. A call to arms. I speak today of a request for my army to mobilize. I am calling on my faithful remnant to take my instructions seriously, and urgently, for the battle is at hand. I ask that you would spend as much time as possible in prayer and meditation, reading my word, and waiting for my instruction. Put aside a set time each day and listen to me. This is of the utmost importance. Pray unceasingly, pray for the lost, and the desperate ones. Help me to bring in a harvest of souls, just as a commander of an army prepares and trains his soldiers before war. I am training my elect at this time for the coming war on the earth. Soldiers are not dropped into the middle of a battlefield and then instructed as to how to go about fighting. They spend much time in advance preparing for the battle. I will not leave you defenseless. You must trust in me. I am the king and commander of my army, and I am the only voice you must follow. It takes discipline, however, to be able to recognize my voice. There is coming a time, very, very soon, when there will be many voices warring for your attention, telling you what you must do, and you must have the discernment to know the only one in whom you should follow. This is your duty, your marching orders. I will always lead you and guide you to safety, and provide for all you need. Be prudent and watchful, and always keep your armor on. Never remove it for any reason. It is meant to be a part of who you are in me. It is my word, being lived out through you. This armor should be as light as a feather to carry, as my yoke is easy, and the burden is light. Truly grasp what this entails for you as you walk out my steps in the coming days. I care so much for each one of you. Your Commander-in-Chief, King Yeshua.